How you doing, baby? So let's get some collective messages. I'm going to use some cards, but I do feel a lot of you are fed up and you're being called, for the noble ones, you're being called to just pull back your energy, right? Let's see what's taking place for the noble ones right now. Let's see what's taking place for y'all. Crone energy. If you don't have me on TikTok, you can follow me on TikTok as well. That's a platform that I'm on almost every day, but I've been taking it easy on there. I will begin doing large collective reads as I'm doing right now on my YouTube channel when I feel called to. My spirits and my ancestors don't want me giving out my energy too much. Because there's a lot of things being birthed in everybody. And I feel like a lot of you have to take that time for you and clear out the energy, clear out the space, and nourish what is being birthed. What are you being? There's something that's being gifted to you. You know, there's something really beautiful that's being gifted to you. And you could feel it in the air. You know something is being gifted to you. You know this already. 111 on the time, and you know that something is being gifted to you. Right? Some of you may be exploration, adventure into the unknown. Maybe this is what some of you are doing. Going into the unknown. What do you got for them? In the name of Allah, on my right, make the L, on my left, strip the L before me, Israfil behind me, Azra L. The spider web, obstacles trapped between realms and the underworld. Okay, what about that? The villain, the shadow self, chaos. So this is something possibly the collective is fighting through or has. Or maybe some of you got yourselves in a rut. Maybe there's been some obstacles on your path. One by the wayside. What else is going on with the collective? What else? Interdimensional beings. What else? Cruise to the moon. Interdimensional beings, spirit guides, deities, and angels. Cruise to the moon, victory, positive direction, outside your comfort zone. So you're being called, maybe pushed. Maybe you're going through this web, this spider web, to help you get out of your comfort zone. What you may think is chaos may not be chaos. Anything else? Crone energy. So, wisdom. There's something that you're, when it comes to the underworld, right? Yeah. Purification. And on top of here, we got the villain, the shadow self still right here. So there's been some parts of yourself that maybe your oppressors have brought out for your highest and greatest good. And these are parts of yourself that you need to work through. But you're working through it. Like I feel like you have worked through it. It's just, and your spirit team is with you at this time. They helping you. But because of how wise you are with your crone energy, your wisdom, your experience, you're not afraid to cruise in the unknown or get yourself in a spider web because you're always able to get yourself out. You know, you throw yourself in a maze, you know you're going to find your way out of it. And some of you are heavily purifying yourself. You understand? Heavily purifying yourself. What else is going on with the collective? Right timing and direction. Anubis, opener of the way. You got the key. Maybe the gods are helping you. The Orishas are helping you. What else is going on with them? 114. Star consciousness. 17. So this. Generosity. Maybe that's why some of you have been quiet, if you have been quiet. And if you're one that is a medium, a channeler, or a tarot reader, like whatever I'm doing, you're possibly being called to just stay quiet. That's how I've been even on my TikTok a little bit. I've been sharing, but not as much because the energy is very thick during this time. And we can't be spreading our energy too thin towards the collective, souls like us. The ones that are spreading their energy really thin during this time and doing a bunch of readings, it's not good. They need to take it easy. because distraction. 18, Konsu, lunar energies, divine timing, blood mysteries. So it's like whoever's not listening during this time, they're going to miss out on something. Number 18, Hather. 14, magic medicine. There's an integration that possibly some of you are going through. Right? The Nile almost flew out. Hather flew out, and Set. So 15 and 14, shadow, another shadow self, and magic. There's something that maybe the gods and the ancestors and the spirits, Amun-Ra, solar energies, transfiguration, alchemical gold. There is something, they don't want you doing too much, because as you're sleeping, you're also tapping into these lunar energies. Some of you have been doing magic as well. The sacred purpose, yeah. The Hierophant. Almost looks like the Hierophant. Pat, Nut, Jeb, and Anubis. These are the energies you embody, whoever you are. It's like you have your own garden up there in the realms, and even in the underworld too. You have your own energy, right? Both in shadow and non-shadow. There's something really magical about you that the ancestors and the spirits are having you see every time you rest your head. I believe that very heavily because of what I experience. Nut and Jeb, wholeness, creation of sacred purpose, divine parents, initiate. So that's why you're being called to just let things be, because you're undergoing a big initiation in your purpose. The dove, higher love and wisdom. Yeah, there's something that and this was on top of the deck actually when I first got this, and you just don't got time for nonsense. You could have had a lot of oppressors going up against you, right? A lot of people trying to, if you do what I do on TikTok, on YouTube, but especially on TikTok with these toxic readers on there, these toxic prophetic messengers, and that have not even done the work, that don't even know shit about anything. They've been coming for you because they don't like how you are, right? And the ancestors haven't beaten their asses just as much as you have too. But you're being initiated. And that's why they don't want you really doing too much at this time. Take this time to integrate within yourself. Be your own ally, right? Whoever you are too, like you're a trickster spirit, but you're a healthy trickster spirit. It's like you have this balance, Seth and Hather, right? You have this balance within you. There's a wholeness within you. There's a whole world inside of you. And some of these parts of you, you're discovering, and more is to be discovered. But the spirits and the ancestors want you to see something. What else do they want them to see? What is it that the spirits want them to see? Let's use this oracle deck. What is it that the spirits and the ancestors want them to see? 118 on the timer. You are God. 18 is a God number. That's my favorite number, 118. You are God inside of you. That's what they want you to see. Transformation. You're going through a big transformation. You're going through a big transformation. Right? Yeah. Forget it, man. I'm not going to repeat myself on here, what I say on TikTok. And there's been videos that I've shared on here. And then there's some I don't share on YouTube. But there's... Yeah. Partnership in the land. What else? What is it that what do you want them to see truly? There's going to be a helping hand. This is a crescent moon. This is Konsu with a crown. And they got their hand out. Like, come on. Even if you think that there's chaos going on around you, maybe something may not be going right now. Maybe something, your prosperity is going to come. Maybe your finances aren't going well, and that's what gets you to be a little bogged down. Something going to happen. What do you want them to see? What do you want them to see? Rest and rejuvenate. What did I say? They want you to keep resting. They don't want you worrying about this nonsense ass energy. If you do a return to sender, do a return to sender. Very simple, baby. Very simple. Your energy is powerful. You don't need to be giving out your energy to these low vibrational energies. Passion ignited. What do you want them to see? What do you want them to see? I let the cards do the talking. I'm not... Financial, material changes. What did I say? Didn't I say that some of you may be struggling financially? Something is going to change for you. Followed by disruption, and it may cause chaos. Right? I said something in you. Okay. What else you want them to see? What else you want them to see? Spiritual union. Some of you are going to be coming into a spiritual union. And once you, what do they say? They say when you get with your partner or marry them, they're not just a husband or wife, they're also your business partner. That's somebody that you're going to create a whole reality with. Emotional withdrawal. But this is you guys right now. You're in this kind of energy. There's been some deception and envy. That's why you've taken this withdrawal as well. I even know for myself. This financial, it's like this spiritual union is all in divine timing. And I feel like this spiritual union too, once this masculine, if you're a feminine, this masculine steps into this timeline with you, there's going to be some changes. What else do you want them to see? What else you want them to see? Power. 1 of 1. Number 8. 10, 15. 2, intuition. Your intuition is really powerful during this time. Triumph and success. You see clearly. Whatever you be channeling, if spirit is showing you your enemies, your oppressors, when you're doing when you're working with magic, but it's not magic, it's clearing, right? Because you're really that candle. You're that candle, you're that altar. But when you decide to do something external outside of you, but you're the power, where it's coming from. You're seeing certain truths upon different people. They're showing the spirits, the ancestors, God, Allah showing you their faces. It's clear. You have a heightened intuition. All right? Your intuition is very intact. That's why a lot of these people, if you're putting yourself out there and you may be speaking truth, they don't like that you know everything. You got a firm foundation. Firm foundation, root chakra intact. Prosperity begins. I'm telling you, something is about to change for you. Tell me more, anything else? Don't give up. Whoever you are, don't give up yet. Rest and rejuvenate. They want you to rest and rejuvenate during this time. Mental conflict, so that you fight through this mental conflict, whatever this is. Material harvest, because this is September, October, November. A lot of the spirits from below, they're going to be up. The muertos. Some of them will help you see certain things. And love begins. Look at that. This mental conflict. Disconnect and boredom. That's how you probably feel right now. And I don't think this mental conflict has been inside of you. I feel like this mental conflict has been projections from others. Right? Conflict and defeat. Memories of love. Maybe from the past too. Because when something really great is about to transpire in your life, the past will come up. Or people will start bringing up your past even more. Don't be surprised people will try to trample on you. Memories of love. Conflict and defeat. And some of you are tired of fighting. Tired of waiting. Tired of waiting for something to come around. It's like something is coming. Right? Stand your ground and patience and planning. There we go. That's what I said. Don't give up yet. 7-7. Look at that. 14. 1-4. 41. 7 and 7. Don't give up yet. Patience and planning. Stand your ground. Now let me see what tarot write real quick. Stand your ground. Patience and planning. The spiritual union. Can you tell me? Noble Spirit. What is going on in their present energy? What else? Knight of Wands. What else do they need to know for their highest and greatest good? I like this. Stand your ground. Page of Wands. What else do you want to tell them? You have your own solar system within your own intuition, within your own mind. It's like Nobody could get into your vault. I was saying that onto TikTok. Like, nobody could get into your vault, baby. And no more burning both ends of the sticks. All right? No more burning yourself from both ends. Anybody that has been trying to bother you or use certain spirits to get you in a spider web, don't worry. What else is going on with them? What other messages do you got? I just know you're very connected to God. That's because this is beautiful numbers here. 14, 7, double sevens, 14, 15, 21, which is the crossroad energy, 18, which is a God energy, number 2 here too. Trust the downloads you're receiving with this 5 of Swords here. There's just been people trying to bother you, man. I'm not even going hard right now. I said I gotta show up for YouTube. Let's see. I said let me pull some oracle. But what's the energy? What else do they need to know? One more time. The Empress. Something is being birthed. Yeah. And for some of you, this Empress could be in regret. Some of you may have lost a child. My condolences. My condolences. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Moon. The Princess of Cups. The Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the High Priestess. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Cups. This is beautiful energy right here. So you got, and the Fool. They want you to trust your intuition and be confident in your intuition during this time. Two of Cups. Be one with it. Stand your ground. There's an offer. There's a prince. Something wants to come give you something. This Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. That's it. It's like you're fulfilled. Right? What do you want to tell them? What else is going on with them? Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups. There's some kind of Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. There's some moment in your life that you need to let go of. Maybe this is people for you. This is energies. There's like, I want to record a clip for TikTok. But there's like energies. There's like energies that, there's energies, right, with the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. There's some energies that you're being called to let go of. Stop holding on to the past, right? And your past is also linked to the old shadow versions. Damn, my battery's about to die. The old shadow versions of yourself, right? You're not who you were in the past anymore. You've accepted that part. So I think a lot of you have to accept that you are this Hater energy. Yeah, you hear that's confirmation, the sirens. You are this Hater energy no matter what. And this wholeness, right? And this Khonsu energy, the lunar energy within you, you just need to stand your ground and overstand that. And don't be so hung up on your finances. Remember, material gain, right? Let go of whatever burdens there may be. Tell me more, anything else. And I just feel the Ace of Cups. Remember, that was on top. Something beautiful is happening for you. The Ace of Wands, followed by the Ace of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Even like this pain, whatever you have gone through, collective, right? In all time and space. The interdimensional beings, the spirit guides, the deities, the angels, they're there with you. And yes, your oppressors have been getting you in this spider web, but you're a magician. You're a Khonsu. You know how to get yourself out of there. The 18 is the most powerful number in Islam. You're being called to let go of this pain. And whatever you used to work towards whatever you wanted things to be, how it was, just let go of it. Because you're about to go somewhere and be somewhere where it's going to be really great for you. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups. Six of Pentacles and the Sun. Somebody wants to give you something, or this is you giving back to yourself. This is God giving to you. But God doesn't want to, see, the Lord don't want to give you too much right now. And you need to also stop breadcrumbing yourself upon who you are. But the Lord, Allah, and the ancestors, they're giving you little gifts, little by little. Because if you have too much, then you become an overbearer with this Four of Pentacles. Then you want to celebrate too much with this Three of Cups. So everything in moderation going forward in your timeline. Everything in moderation. Okay? That's what they're saying. Everything in moderation, because you don't want to get so hung up. The Princess of Cups, little by little. You know, when a basketball player is drinking water, right? For instance, I used to play a lot of handball growing up as a kid. Amazing at handball. And I played soccer, and I was good at basketball, but people used to try to knock me, so I could never really be the best that I wanted to be. But I played a lot of sports, and if I drank soda while I was playing handball, my rib cages would go shock. If I drank water when I would be out on the handball courts or in the basketball courts, growing up as a kid and an early teen and an adult, if I drank too much water in one sitting, I'll feel sick. So same thing with this energy. Same thing with this. This Six of Pentacles is not a breadcrumbing energy. This is coming from the divine, and the Hangman almost in sideways. And maybe some of you are like, why am I not receiving a lot during this time? It's because you're one that is Konsu, Nut and Jeb. You're one that is here as a legacy to have a lot. And the Lord Allah knows that someone like you may have an addictive personality. They're teaching you a lesson right now. Everything in moderation. And let go of what doesn't serve you well. Three of Pentacles. Let go of what doesn't serve you well. Can you tell me more about this? Hey man, why is this here? Why is this here? Why is this Hangman here? Six of Cups. Your childhood. The Nine of Wands. Maybe who you used to be. Remember in the beginning I said, let go of your past. You're really this hater energy. Don't matter if you had a reckless past, if you used to, you've been around the block, you used to do this, you used to do that. It's all right. Let go of your past. Nine of Wands and death. Accept death every day you wake up. I literally say I am death. I accept that every day I wake up. I accept that sometimes I may not wake up. That I may rest my head and I may not wake up. I accept that. And I accept death within myself. The rebirths I allow myself to go through. That a lot of people are afraid. And when I sit with myself in water with fire, and I sit with my energy to clear things out and to face things, I accept it. Because it makes me stronger. And it makes me come out of this wounded warrior energy. Okay? There's a King of Pentacles here. The Star, and then you shine bright, baby. I'm telling you. You shine bright. The Magician. You are life path number 1. The Star, Aquarius. Anything else? You know? Even on my TikTok, I tell them, Six of Wands sideways and Death upright. So you're having... maybe this rebirth has been a little, oh yeah, you've been trying to go within. Wait, what's this? That would follow Four Swords. Remember, heavy on the rest energy. This rebirth maybe has been powerful on you with the Hermit and the Four Swords. It's been very dark on you. But it's needed. But you have victory here with the Death and the Six of Wands. They want you to accept it. Just accept it. The Princess of Pentacles and the Lovers. You're going to be receiving gifts, I'm telling you, the Lovers. What's this Princess of Pentacles? It's like they want you to remember that you're going to have some victory here. That's it. Like this whole You are the magic. Remember what I said. Everything outside of you is just a tool. Everything you do with inside of you is where really the magic lies. A real healer, everything's inside of them. I just love using card. Two of Cups here. When there's Princess of Pentacles, the Moon. Something is hidden. The Lovers. Wow, the Lovers and the Moon and the Two of Cups. Still here. That's crazy. So there's an opportunity. Maybe there's somebody that's going to come towards you. They've been in their head about it. Queen of Swords. Or this Queen of Swords has been acting like a Knight of Swords. Somebody that's just an asshole. Five of Swords. Venus and Aquarius. Been heavy trying to like send illusions your way. Or this is people. And they hiding behind the moon. But you're so in tune with yourself that you don't care. Tell me more about this Princess of Pentacles. My video may end. The Lovers. Wow, look at that. The Lovers, baby. The Lovers. Somebody. And this is people. Gifts. This option. Seven of Cups. I'm telling you. The Wheel of Fortune on top of the deck. I think that's beautiful. And I think people know how Eight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. This is something that has, and the Ten of Wands is an ending. And I feel that once you just let go and you just, like we said in the very beginning, there's Eight of Pentacles here. Wow. What's this Eight of Pentacles? Three of Wands. You're working with somebody. You may move. Tell me more about this Eight of Pentacles. Maybe some of you are going to be working with numbers. Ooh, Seven of Swords. What's this Seven of Swords about? The Star, Three of Wands, the Star. Or there's some calculated moves that you gotta, maybe the spirits want you to now be a little bit upright. And really be in your North Star energy. In ana antu ana. Dra ankari ush ana uluk ishakara uluka. It's like, be who you are. And if people want to make you out to be calculated with the Seven of Swords, because this is not a bad energy, what I'm feeling right now. With this Seven of Swords. This is you making calculated. You're fixated on these calculated moves that you have to move through with work or whatever you're trying to build for yourself. And I do feel that the Lovers is what people, some people, you got to also take it like this. There's some people that have been making calculated moves towards you. There's also a lover that wants to come towards you. They not sure how to work with you. But you yourself, because you are the lover as well, you love yourself. You are who you are. You making calculated moves when it comes to work. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. What else you want to tell them? The Empress. Because an Empress, you're building your legacy. What did I tell you too? The Knight of Cups, a Star. Who wouldn't make calculated moves when they trying to build something for themselves? Like, for instance, I have BlackRock, right? My stock that my mother bought me in 1990 when I was born. I don't play with that. Why would I take risk on top of my dividends and everything? No. I'm not going to do that. When I feel called and guided to, then I'm going to do some trading. You understand? Like energies that when I feel called and guided to, then I will do something. But you know, somebody who's birthing something within themselves, right? They're not going to just go ahead and make reckless moves. No, they're going to make these Seven of Swords moves. They're going to make these calculated moves. So like with my BlackRock or anything I have, you think I'm just going to go and take that money and just go bullshit with it? Nah. So there's certain trades that I would like to start doing, right? So I can make money on top of money, make money off of my money. Or pull out my dividends and go put it somewhere, right? Yeah. But I got to be mindful with this Five of Swords. I got to think. Because it's very easy to just do what you want to do. But a real Empress is not going to do that to themselves. A real Empress understands that everything she births and everything she puts into fruition, the Queen of Cups, she can't be using her emotions too much. She got to think. The Five of Swords flew out. She got to think. She got to think, he or she got to think long and hard. That's with anything in life that you're doing. You got to, Eight of Wands, you can't just be making swift moves out here. It's easy for everybody else to do that shit, not me. The Hermit, you got to be wise. You got to be wise, baby. That's why I'm so glad I've learned the lessons that I've had. Yeah, maybe it's my age, I'm about to be 35, but I'm so glad that I've learned the lessons that I've had. I've been through hell and high water. And I always tell my TikTok collective, my community on there, like, I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like what I've been through. Things that I have experience of, I don't look like I have experience. I don't got a college degree. I don't got any of that shit, but I'm great at a lot of things. You put me in a room to figure out something, baby, I'm going to figure it out. My father was a mathematician. Very beautiful with numbers. But when he came over here when he was 21 from Bosnia, from Montenegro, he never needed a calculator, my father. He could just boom, boom, bang, bang. That's how I know he's connected to the star. And growing up as a kid, I didn't know what the North Star was, but he would always go to me, see now. I'd be like, what? He'd be like, you see that star? And I'd be like, oh yeah, Dad, that's my favorite star. And I'd be like, okay. He goes, that's a North Star. That's the North Star. In Ana Antu Ana. Yesterday I was watching the show The Gift. It's all about the North Star. Sirius. The gods above. And my father was a prophet, more than a prophet. That man was a freaking seer, bro. And so good with numbers. There's a reason why he was always good with numbers. And Islam, when it comes to the geometry, the correlation of the Quran, certain verses that you have to put together. I've spoken about this to my TikTok community. Certain prayers that you could put together, the same way that people put certain psalms to put together, is the same way when it comes to the Quran. Ibn Dawud Saliman, King David, that you guys know him as. I know him as Ibn Dawud Saliman. The man was a math magician as well. And, you know, being one to be great with the numbers is a beautiful thing. And that's you being wise with yourself. But where am I going with this? So my father, really great, even with the horses. And same thing, and he never needed a calculator, right? And I am the same way as how my father is. You put me in a room somewhere and you want me to figure something out, I'm going to figure it out. Sometimes even in the midst of chaos. Because that's how my brain is designed. I can focus on one thing. I can solve a problem, right, with 10 other problems standing behind me. But I can solve that one problem with 10 other problems standing right behind me. Like, say, for instance, 10 spirits or 10 jinns standing behind me trying to mess with me. I can still solve that problem. And then that problem that I've already solved, I give it to the other one so they entrap themselves with those problems or with that problem. Because these problems and these energies don't just get burnt away. They either go back to where it came from. Right? Now we're going off topic. They either go back to where it came from, or it's going to be given to somebody who is a piece of SIHIT, so that they see, so that it's like the Lord gives these shitty people these problems that you have already solved spiritually, so that they can realize they're not as big and bad as they claim to be. But yeah, I love you. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam.